Greetings, DrydenWire viewers. Senator Tom Tiffany back with a budget update. Sorry it's been a couple weeks since we've had an update for you, but it has been very busy on the Finance Committee as we've been going through some major issues, including the Department of Health Services. That's one of the biggest agencies of state government, and we gave significant increases for rural hospitals as well as nursing homes and for personal care. We've been hearing from a lot of nursing homes that have been under a lot of stress the last few years that they do not have enough money to be able to pay their staff, and so we're going to be able to give them some money from the state level to be able to pay their staff at wages we hope that will be able to help them stay open, because we've seen a lot of closures of nursing homes, unfortunately, across the state of Wisconsin. So some significant increases in funding that we're putting forward for health care in this budget. Also, last week we dealt with the Department of Transportation, and of course that's been an issue that's been front and center here throughout the budget and over the last couple years. And we're going to put about $400 million more into transportation. We're going to do that primarily by increasing fees. There's going to be an increase in the vehicle title fee. There's also going to be an increase in the registration fee. And as a result of that, we're going to be able to move a number of projects up. We're going to put a lot more money, about $300 million more, into state highway rehabilitation. That's one of the number one priorities of mine, is to be able to move some of those projects up, get them done sooner. Also, put more money in for local road aids. Now, we are raising fees in order to put more money in. I would have preferred that we used some of the surplus that we have in the general fund, but at the end of the day, I did not win that battle. But hopefully it'll be good news for transportation that we're going to be able to move some of those projects up while it's going to cost us a little bit more money. So as we've moved forward on the budget, we also dealt with DATCAP. So that's the Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection. And one of the things that we put in this budget is a dairy innovation hub. I think, as most people know, the dairy industry is under a lot of stress right now. Very low milk prices. It's been a real hard stretch for the dairy industry, with lots of farms going out of business. One of the ways in which we think we can help is by getting new innovations that use dairy products, that use milk to create new products that we can sell to the world. And so we're going to allocate about $7 million for a dairy innovation hub, where the universities at Platteville, River Falls, and Madison are going to work together. Also, we voted in regards to the Building Commission, which is the projects that we're going to fund at the state level. A couple of the projects that'll be of real note for northwestern Wisconsin: Eau Claire is going to get a new science building. Very expensive, $100 million, but their science building is outdated, and it's important that we have good science buildings at our universities. In fact, I messaged this week that, for example, with the stewardship funding, some people wanted to put a lot more money into stewardship funding. It's a want that many people have, but should we be buying more land, or should we be investing money into things like science buildings at our universities? At the end of the day, I choose the science building. So there's going to be a significant investment there at UW-Eau Claire for a new science building. Also, we voted to approve a few Department of Natural Resources buildings that are outdated. One in Cornell, one up in Minong, that cannot handle the modern firefighting equipment. We're going to fund those to be able to have new facilities there. So as we close out the finance process, we're going to deal with taxes last, and I'm hopeful that we're going to see a tax cut that'll be coming forward. But I'll have an update for you next week in regards to that, and until then, thanks for joining us.